Sometimes you go to see a movie, you're excited, you love the subject matter, and then 30 minutes in, you're not really feeling it, but then wait, this is getting good. Damn good. It just keeps getting better and better and better. Tension, anticipation. It all leads to one single climactic moment, leaving your goosebumps with goosebumps, making you want to say, "You're goddamn right," and scream, "Freedom!" like William Wallace. This is Movie Monday, I'm HelloGreedo, and today I'll be talking about The Post. Directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Meryl Streep, Tom Hanks, Bob Odenkirk, David Cross, Sarah Paulson, Bradley Whitford, and the list goes on. I mean, seriously. It seems like every new scene made me go, oh, it's that guy. Oh, it's that guy from MIB 3. Oh, it's Jesse Plemons from Breaking Bad and recently Black Mirror. There were so many familiar faces in The Post, and all of their performances were stellar. The Post is based on a true story. A story about the United States government for 3 decades and 4 presidents, covering up the Vietnam War. It's a movie about speaking truth to power. Streep plays Katharine Graham, the first female publisher of a major American newspaper, and she does an amazing job conveying to the audience the weight of the decision Katharine Graham had to make. Publishing these government secrets could land her in jail, but she feels like she has a duty to her country and to all the boys who went over to Vietnam and never came home. Streep really makes you feel that anxiety. Everything for her is at stake. The paper, her reputation, her government connections. She did a fantastic job. As I said in my introduction, the first 30 minutes or so, I didn't know if I was going to end up liking the movie, but by the end, I was blown away. Where I wish things were a bit different overall was in the explanation of the cover-ups, the lies, and everything that went into the continued occupation of Vietnam. Yes, there were a few scenes where reporters combing through the leaked documents would rattle off a few lines of dialogue explaining certain aspects of the government cover-up, but I didn't think the film did a good enough job explaining exactly what was being leaked, the ramifications of these leaks, the deception for 30 years. The movie should have gone a little deeper into that aspect, in my opinion. There are a few scenes where we hear Nixon speaking on the actual Nixon tapes, and then we see an actor portraying Nixon through the window of the Oval Office. These scenes briefly take the audience out of the on-screen movie historical drama and jerk us back into reality. We hear the manipulation, the vindictiveness. These scenes serve as a reminder to the audience that this isn't bullshit, this happened. And I really liked the way they were done. The real Nixon tape audio, with us peering through the Oval Office, seeing Nixon from the back making these phone calls. This kind of leads into what could be my favorite performance in the film. And in terms of the film's runtime, it's a relatively short performance based on appearance. But in the scope of the film's plot, perhaps one of the most important. Bruce Greenwood as Robert McNamara. From the beginning of the film, when we see him on the plane, pissed off that things are going really bad in the Vietnam War, and then he steps off the plane to a sea of reporters. He has a big smile on his face and tells everyone things are going great. A-okay. Nothing to worry about. If you guys don't know who Robert McNamara was, he was the Secretary of Defense under Presidents John F. Kennedy and Lyndon B. Johnson. He was arrogant, he was a bastard, a liar, and he was smart as hell. I won't go into a history lesson here, but if you'll permit me to assign you a little bit of homework, I recommend you watch a documentary called The Fog of War. It's basically a biography of McNamara. He's being interviewed, he's very retrospective and actually remorseful. Watch it. Watch The Fog of War. It's great. The Post really survives on its performances, and the tension that those performances are able to evoke. The movie, in its very first sequence, opened up strong, then got a little stagnant, and finished with a bang. The message of the movie is one that resonates, I believe, with everyone, no matter where you land on the political spectrum. The founders of this nation gave us all the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments of the Constitution, and in the First Amendment ensured the freedom of speech and the freedom of the press. And the First Amendment is there not to serve the government and the officials, it's there to serve the people, the governed. So would I recommend The Post to all of you? Yes, it's worth watching. It's a fun ride, peppered with some stagnation, but it thrives on its performances. It's not the type of movie you'd probably want to own for home viewing though, at least it isn't to me. It's kind of like the movie Spotlight, which is very similar to The Post. I'm glad I saw it. It's a really good watch, an important movie, but one time is enough. There were a few times in The Post where the movie inspired a sense of pride and patriotism in me, and I'm a sucker for that shit. I might have had something in my eye in a few scenes. Yeah, that's it. Something in my eye. HelloGreedo, out.